I'm the first one to agree that we have to go to the reasons why people vote for these movements, for these polarizing forces. There is a well of frustration and disappointment of being left outside. If you look at the income, middle class, and even the working class, in most of the democratic countries, it's a very sad conclusion you draw. They have not improved their conditions, while people who live on capital have gained almost astronomically in some cases. Those inequalities, of course, hurt. And then if you combine that with a tendency which has been rather dangerous in many countries, including our own country, namely the differences between city and countryside, the smaller communities and their struggles to keep services and so forth and keep young people to stay. And that is the ground or the fertile soil for these movements. And when they push the button of identifying elites represented by the people in power who have lived comfortable lives, high income, and part of the culture and the capital and so forth, then they push a button which creates strong emotions. So you have an emotional quality which you have to understand or respect. So that's why I think we should be self-critical when we look particularly now at the post-corona world and that we want to create, that we try to right these wrongs and make sure that we have more of justice and more of equality, and understand that this UN Charter's first words are "we the peoples." Whether it is their longing to live in peace or longing to live in decent working conditions for their families and living conditions, for their families, or whether it's human rights. We have to put the human being in the center. It sounds like a banality, but the more I work in international politics, having worked a lot with hard security and geopolitics and some of these.
You were very engaged in this water issue.
Right. But, yes, I did. But the more I look back, the more I realize that what really counts is when you make a difference for people's lives, whether it is peace, development, or human rights.
Beautiful. And you have a working class background, of course, and most of the diplomats that you have been interacting with over the years have not, pretty obviously. Do you think that your background has affected the way you have dealt with international crises and other diplomatic issues?
I hope so. I hope so. No, I'm extremely grateful for what my parents made possible for me and my brother. We were the first one to get more than 7 years of school. And there were hundreds of years of dreams and aspirations that were channeled from my parents to the two of us. And that gave me an enormous energy. I was under expectations, but unspoken expectations. My parents were extremely proud, but never demanding.
No, they didn't have the pressure on you? So
no. They just expected us to be the best.
Okay.
And that went for sports as well as for studies and then the work. My father was extremely proud as a social democrat to see me be engaged by Olof Palme, the prime minister.
Oh yeah, I can imagine
to be joining him in the mediation Iran-Iraq. I'm glad he lived as long to see that happen.